Are you looking to find the next winning dropshipping product? Well, today is your day then, as we are checking out the top 10 winning products of July 2021. So let's get started. If you're a first time viewer, my name is Jeff. I worked at Shopify for 3 years and have reviewed hundreds of stores struggling with conversions. The purpose of this channel is to help you identify and fix the mistakes that are costing you sales. Before we get into the video, make sure to hit that subscribe button. We regularly post the most up-to-date dropshipping strategies as well as winning product videos. And as you know, with trending products, time is of the essence. Our first product are these mugs that are double layered glass, and they make a figure or a face when they are filled up with, tea or coffee or something else. You've got bears, you've got cats, you've got Christmas trees. For those that are a little bit more adult or a little bit more macabre, there are ones, for example, that are more for alcoholic beverages that, fill up for like skulls and stuff like that. Just generally, there are a ton of these different cups that are double walled that, make a figure when they are filled up with liquid. These guys are going really well. As you can see here, you can get them from Alibaba for $240. You can easily upsell that to, 10, 15 bucks, if not more. And this comes with all, custom logo packaging and graphic customization as well. So definitely keep an eye on this guy here. Our next product is a head shaver, and this sort of product is actually catching on. There have been a lot of ads that I've seen recently, different versions of the same concept, just basically being able to shave your head very easily. It's a different type of razor. It's concave as opposed to convex, so it can really go around your head. Taking a look at the AliExpress index here, it looks like this thing is actually going up, which makes a lot of sense. And taking a look at Alibaba, so the cheapest you can get this for is 16 bucks. That includes the custom logo as well as custom packaging, which is awesome. There are different versions and brands of this, so definitely check out what are the best in terms of both quality, price, and speed of delivery. The next product we have here is one of those kitchen multi-tool chopper things, but this is a slightly different version of it. It's got a handle, it's got different things there that you can slice, and it looks like it keeps all of the cutting things within the lid itself, which is kind of nice because some of those, I actually have a kitchen tool similar to this, but everything is, all these little inserts are extra and they take up tons of cupboard space and go all over the place. So the fact that you can store them in the top here is awesome. There's also a strainer included, and make sure that you're not going to cut your fingers when you're actually using the different tools. So take a look at that on AliExpress. They're doing pretty well. 823 on AliExpress, and the index, it's been kind of going up and down. Obviously this is kitchen gadget type thing, but it has been gaining some popularity, and I have seen a lot of ads on it. You can also see that if we're to use Alibaba, this would be only 410. We get our customized packaging and graphics. We don't get a customized logo, which is unfortunate. But yeah, it's very good. You could definitely upsell these guys a lot. Moving on now, we have this adjustable Woodworkers edge roll. Now, there are a couple things that have become very popular in the last couple weeks. And a lot of those are to do with outdoors, with refurbishing, with doing different projects outside, especially with what's happened with the pandemic of people being stuck inside. They're looking for reasons to be outside, if that's, redoing the deck or resurfacing something. Definitely keep an eye out for these kinds of products. Taking a look at Alibaba there, you can see that we can grab these guys for $8.89, custom logo and packaging, and they come in different sizes. So keep an eye on that, and also products like that in terms of being able to do handyman stuff or rework the garden or something like that. They've become very popular in the last little while. The next product we have is quite pretty, and it's a little bit difficult to describe. It's basically this cube or different shaped things that when you look at them through different angles, they have different colors that they show. I wish that there was a video for this, but it's quite interesting. You look at it from different angles and you're able to see different colors. It's a really cool product. Now, This guy that I'm looking at on AliExpress, you can see is like the size of a person's finger, so it's really small. So I mean, yeah, this is going to be super cheap. If you look at one that people would actually buy on Alibaba, it's actually $22, which is, it seems a lot more expensive, but at the same time, this is actually large enough that people can actually hold in their hand as opposed to, the size of their finger. So these guys are really cool. You could definitely upsell them. You might want to try and find a place that's a little bit cheaper for that if you're going to make sure that you get that 3 times income. But these guys are really, really cool, and I've started to see a lot of different ads on it. So definitely take a look and see if it's the product for you. The next product we have here is pretty cool, and this has been trending a little bit, which has been good. And it's basically an auger drill bit that you can connect to, your home drill and just use it in any sort of gardening need. So I've seen a lot of different YouTube videos on this. It seems to be going pretty well. As you can see, it's not that expensive. Just taking a look on the product analysis, we can see that it's had some good and down trends, but it seems to be on the upswing. Honestly, like it's something like I was saying before in terms of getting people outside, being able to do some refurnishing. In this case, they're going to be doing some gardening. So definitely take a look at that. It's definitely a good product, and it has a very, very reasonable price. You can definitely upsell that by a lot more in order to increase your profits. Our next product is a similar concept, although different application. So it's this drill bit that, or 3 different drill bits, I should say. One is a smaller brush for washing. Next one kind of looks like a toilet brush, and I think that might be what his application is, or at least like around the tub and whatnot. I would personally, I'd feel like this would be more useful, the one that is wider, because you could use it like on your car. I guess you could use a smaller one on your car as well, but it's a really cool idea. On AliExpress, they're charging $8.60, but if we take a look at Alibaba, like this is only like 50 cents to $1, and you get all the customizations to go with that. So this might not have a huge market, but for the fact that you're paying basically nothing, it's almost everything that you put in are going to be sales. As long as you actually catch an audience and you're not overspending on your ads, you could actually make a ton of money on a niche audience specific for this. Maybe people who are interested in cars or something to that effect. You could really make a lot of profit considering how stupidly cheap these guys are to make. The next product we're looking at is kind of cool. It's a mini USB air conditioner. Now it's not, super small. It's as you can see here, about the size of the computer screen, at least, cubically. But it is pretty cool. Basically, the concept is that you fill this guy up with a little bit of water in the side, and then it's kind of like a swamp tank cooler in that regard, and then it just has a little fan that pushes air through, and as the water evaporates, it cools down the air, and then it cools down your environment. So that's really cool. Taking a look at AliExpress, we can see that these guys are being sold for between 1650 to 2085. And taking a look at the index here, you can see that this guy is actually definitely on a upswing, that's for sure. This particular shop is not good at logistics. However, you're going to be wanting to get it from Alibaba anyways. And it's actually not bad. $16 for between 1 to 19 pieces. I mean, 20 to 200 pieces, you're already getting 50 cents off. You got all the customizations. You can definitely upsell this to something like 40, 50 bucks. You could definitely make a lot of money off of this for sure. Our next product here is interesting and fairly unique. It's kind of like a fidget spinner in the same sort of concept of kind of de-stressing yourself by pushing these buttons that pop up both ways. I can show you a bit of the video here, but basically the concept is that you can pop them in from one side and then pop them out from the other side, and it can be super fun and whatnot. Anyways, there are a ton of different uses and applications for these guys. You could do it for kids, for children. You could also do it for something like a cause. For example, you could do it for Pride Month or something to that extent. There's just a lot of different options available, so you can market this both to kids and adults, depending on what your intended audience is. You can see that these guys have been pretty consistent, and I mean, a bit of a downswing now, but honestly, not bad at all. It's been pretty consistent, which is pretty good to hear. You can tell that on Alibaba here, it's only between 65 cents to a buck 35, depending on how many you get, and there's different options here. As well as you have all three types of customizations, so you are good to go. I mean, if you can upsell this even to $5, you're making a profit off of that. If you can upsell it to like $10 or $15, you're making tons and tons of cash money. So definitely keep an eye on this and see if it's the product for you. The last product that we're taking a look at is a vacuum packing machine. You can use this for the sous vide, which is you vacuum pack your food and then you put in your sous vide thing where it remains at a lower temperature for a long time, so your meat is super super tender and amazing. Sous vide is awesome. That being said, there is more than just one use for a vacuum pack sealer. People can come back from the grocery store or from the butcher or whatnot, or make entire meals and then vacuum pack them, put them in the freezer. So definitely take a look at this and the different applications of it. If we take a look at AliExpress, it is skyrocketing right now. It's gone from fairly consistent to wow, this is incredible. And if we take a look at Alibaba, we can see that it's not that expensive at all. It's 22.80 for 6 to 80 pieces. You could easily sell this for 60 bucks for sure. It's not going to be as good of a payout as something like we looked at previously in terms of, the 65 cents, but you can definitely still make it. Just make sure that you are advertising to the correct audience so that you're actually making conversions on your product here. If you're a dropshipper with high traffic and no sales, we have a free 5-step guide that will help you develop a profitable ad strategy, learn how to generate free traffic, and help you find winning products that people can't wait to buy. Transform your Shopify store into a professional, trustworthy store that customers can't wait to shop at. Check out the description box below for more information. If you liked this video, make sure to check out our related video here. If this video helped you, make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions, leave us a comment and we will get back to you. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn notifications on, as we have lots of great videos planned that you won't want to miss.